into the OBS. I'm reblogging.
A link.
Yep. All right. So I've retweeted. No, I haven't retweeted. I am retweeting now. I've reblogged and retweeted. The thing is, that was a nightmare. Sorry if my microphone sounds garbage. I'm using my old microphone because I don't know why my microphone stopped working. All right. So, so everything should be good. So with that out of the way, we have to, I did not save, so we have to do all that again. Granted, it wasn't, granted, it wasn't much because we were faffing about for a good chunk.
Yeah.
I will go get the, quiver upgrade, but, I will get the quiver upgrade. I had a
Don't need it.
We do need it.
Hard mode. Go for it.
It doesn't take too long. Ugh. So, God, yeah, this day has just been a disaster in general between the late start and then suddenly my mic coming. So, for those of you on the stream, I don't know if y'all could hear or not, but what it was my mic cut out right when it was supposed to be Scraps' line. So, like, or right when I played the Song of no, I guess it cut out with Bonnie's line, and then I was like, "Hey, Scraps, how do we heal? How do we heal Darmani? Scraps, how do we heal? How do we heal?" And then I just got, I was just like, "Okay, I'm just gonna do it." And because I figured you were just, I figured you were just caught up in the thing you were saying. It didn't occur to me that my mic might not work until we were hanging on the screen of right before, like of the screen where, you know, it was white transitioning to the next scene.
Yeah, exactly.
That was when I realized, oh hey, my mic's probably off.
Yeah, that's the only possibility.
Yeah. It was a nightmare. Also, what's with these textures? I might have to... I don't know why the textures seem like slightly weird.
Can't tell.
Yeah, no, it has the music note when I kill them. I might have to...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
Might have a little corruption.
I hope not.
That's not fun.
If it gets bad, I'm just going to... If it gets bad, then I'm just going to reinstall it and... hey, we got the same score as last time.
Nice.
And this
The
means...
quiver.
Yeah, that means I don't have to grind for arrows. I think I might actually know why the... No, that's not why. Okay. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. But for now, let's play. So, yeah, the first stream... The first stream I am not going to post on YouTube.
Okay.
Because it makes no sense to post the same thing twice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go really fast.
Yeah, gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster.
So one of the... I'm gonna briefly summarize the things that I know. That's reference. We met a gimp and... we met a gimp and a guy who loves his nipples. Not the gimp's nipples, his own nipples. I am going to quickly poke my head into Zabora Gabora real quick, because there's one thing I wanted to point out, Scraps. I'm guessing my mic cut out right when I asked Scraps where, if he remembers what happened to Bongo Bongo.
It was right after because he replied to you, but then you didn't follow up on it. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, okay. I wonder what that was about.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So, Scraps, do you remember what happened to Bongo Bongo?
Yes, they tied him up and took out his eyes and made them into the lens of truth.
No. He made the lens of truth on his own.
Oh, yes.
And that's why he was arrested, essentially.
And they removed his eyes.
No. They removed something else.
They cut off his hands.
Yeah.
Yes, they cut off his hands.
And his head.
Horrible hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I want you to keep that in mind, and I want you to take a close look at the Gimp.
His hands are replaced.
Yeah. And so is his head.
Oof.
This is the Termina counterpart of Bongo Bongo. For all we know, Gabora could have been his real name in, like, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's a lot more prominent if you look at the actual artwork, because he has the same kind of structure, and also I never actually got this in the last one, but we definitely need it. Yeah, he's got the same structure as he's got the same structure and skin tone as Bongo Bongo. That's not the right way. This is Snowhead, isn't it? Oh, come on, get the. Oh no, this is boring. So y'all couldn't hear me. So y'all couldn't hear me lamenting the fact that I was having trouble with ice.
I don't think so.
Oh, I said a lot of funny stuff that will never be seen by the light of day.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Creation is infinite. Creation is infinite.
Oh, one thing you should definitely talk about is how they. Oh yeah, I mentioned that I did look up Koji Kondo, and we all did that.
That one we got, yeah.
But more important, let's. Why don't you recap what you talked about in regards to Tingle and the opera?
Oh yeah. So the concept artist for the opera realized that Tingle. So originally, I wanted Tingle to look like Perlo from Twilight Princess, because Perlo looks like a normal human being, as opposed to whatever Tingle is.
Koji Kondo.
Yes. It was more like that full bodysuit, bright green is weird. So she actually found a middle ground, and she found that aviators used to wear full bodysuits. Brown ones, but still full bodysuits. And so she realized that Tingle works very well in an aviator suit, especially, like you pointed out, because of the balloon.
Yeah.
And so even though Tingle is not a main character,
he can still have a presence.
As in, so I want to have the designs for every clock tower made, even though most clock towers are just in the choir, because the opera choirs are generally bigger than 27 people, which is the amount of clock towers there are. I think they're not main characters, and so any extra variations in the wardrobe can be derived from those designs. So you will have all those people, and then we might have more people that have variants of the Honey and Darling outfits, or the man that stands on the scaffold and looks at the moon. Wardrobe. So
all the carpenters.
Well, no, because the carpenters are not part of the choir, or rather they are, but they are their own group, and they have to be specifically 4 of them. They're a quartet, 2 tenors, 1 baritone, and 1 bass.
Oh yeah, for the mayor's office.
Right. Oh, not just that, actually, but yes, also that. Yes, they eventually, in the revised score, they joined Weissen in yelling at the mayor. They joined Mucho yelling at the mayor, while Weissen has a town guard join him. So that ends up being.
And we talked about and we talked about we talked about the. Well, I mean, y'all talked about, and I guess I didn't, but the
Tried to.
yeah, the way the how spamming the what am I doing? I can just do this. Spamming the button for the Lens of Truth just has its like you don't lose any.
Yes, you don't lose any magic power, and Scraps explain in detail how some games now fix that by changing the way that the power is consumed.
Yeah.
It drains slower, but it takes off an immediate larger chunk of magic.
Where is he?
Exactly. Yes.
Do I have to go back to him?
I think you do. You have to accompany him. Yeah,
God
it's
damn it.
annoying.
It's
It's
also
an escort quest for someone who's already dead.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it is.
It's what Breath of the Wild does for stamina. In case you haven't noticed.
Yeah, that's one of the things I said while my mic wasn't working.
Yes.
Oh.
In Breath of the Wild, for anybody who hasn't played it, when you sprint, you lose a chunk of stamina bar to start, and you get it back when you stop. But it's just a little less than what you started with, so you don't
spam it.
You can't just spam it in order to keep running indefinitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
but if you want to run indefinitely, you can just horse whistle. Oh, god damn it! As you run.
Really?
Yeah, if you sprint and horse whistle, you don't lose stamina. But it's very awkward to do because the whistle button is on the same like side as the running, so you have to like push it with the top of your index finger and use your thumb. Like you have to push the joystick with the top of your index finger, and then use your thumb to keep spamming the whistle button.
To be fair, anybody who can pull that off for long periods of time deserves to sprint forever.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
The I was having god damn it. I was having a lot of trouble with ice. One thing that so oh damn it. I do not like ice.
You can get on the small one left. Yeah, you can get that one. Yeah, there you go.
Come on.
I think actually the bunny code here is instrumental. I hear a dog.
Yeah. That's our dogs. That's the thing about this mic is that it picks up everything. That's why I shoot. Okay. So.
I think you're better off not using the bunny hood for that.
Oh damn it! I just realized something I forgot to do.
What?
Wait.
Nope.
That's the wrong one.
Careful.
Oof.
Careful.
Okay.
It's yeah. That's it.
Sorry. Okay, so today has had me extremely scrambled, but
I can see.
I'm getting back into the groove of things. Okay. We essentially started an hour and a half late due to technical difficulties.
And then we had more technical difficulties. There we go. That's
Okay.
better. Okay.
Here. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, does slowing down time like this slow down the NPCs as well? Okay.
Absolutely. That's why I slowed down time when chasing Sakon. Like, I had it flow to normal just to get to the time faster, and then played it to slow him down. It's a really nice attention to detail, or else everything would be out of sync really fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's so much detail. I think it ends up becoming mandatory because there's no way that the game would work otherwise. Like they would have to. It's not so much polish. It's like it's base mechanics. They would have to make this.
Yeah, it's basically this character is here at this time.
Yeah.
make
just
it
noticed
work.
that one of the Goron is covered in ice. Wow.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Mm.
Yeah,
No, he's.
he's dead.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me do his voice again.
Yeah, okay.
The soaring one.
Try to go
said
more
the-
gruff.
Yeah.
The soaring one.
Oh, that is way too gruff. That is
Now
way
it's
too.
great.
That is great.
The soaring one said the one who could see me would be arriving soon. It seems that it turned out to be true. I am Darmani the Third. The blood of proud Goron heroes runs in me. This feels strange for me to say, but when I was alive, I was a renowned warrior and veteran. Yes, when I was alive. But alas, I am now dead. I was fine until I marched off to Snowhead by myself, hoping that I could drive off a demon. It had been wreaking havoc on Gorhunt Village. Then the blizzard at Snowhead blew me into the valley, and now here I am.
Here I am again
Now
on my
fury.
own.
Here I am again on my own. I'm still standing.
Going down the only road avenue. Never mind, we're gonna get copyright if we continue that.
Country roads, take me home.
Goron City!
I belong, Goron Village. Mountain Mama. Take
Yeah.
me
Mountain Mama, I believe that one's name is Bigeron.
home.
As
Mountain
I am,
Papa. Take me home.
Yeah.
as I am, I can only watch as Goron Village is slowly buried in ice. I may have died, but I cannot rest. So you can use magic. The soaring one also told me that you're able to use it. I beg you, bring me back to life with your magic. If it is beyond your power, then I beg of you, do this for me instead. Heal my sorrows. Any way that you can do it will suffice. Please, heal my sorrows with maybe a healing dance or a healing hot dog or maybe
Oh, a
heal
dance!
my woes.
I know a song that made Darunia dance. Okay. Guess it doesn't work. Let's try in reverse because he's dead.
Oh, nicely played. I see what you did.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah.
What a soothing melody! My sorrows are melting away into the song! Oh, that's not mushrooms.
Oh.
If you if you want it even more confusing, even more interesting, the final harmony at the end of the first phrase of Majora's theme consists of the exact 3 notes that make up the Song of Healing.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Do you defeat him by playing the Song of Healing?
Who?
Majora?
Majora?
Oh man, that would be so cool.
I am not allowed. I am. Not at liberty
Sparks
to-
out of my nipples.
Okay.
I mean, that's where they came from. His nipples.
It's in this.
That is a really
Uh,
dopey looking mask. I love
It
it.
really is. I love all the masks.
I leave my undying feelings with you. The deeds I accomplished while living are carved on my grave. You should read it.
Yeah,
Article 1, text fraud.
it tells you how to punch.
It tells you how I ate 5 cream pies at once. It was
Yes.
fantastic, and nobody else in Goron Village can do it.
Yeah. It was actually horrifying to see. I like to tell people I got pushed off by a great blizzard, but actually I choked on it, and the surgery didn't go good. That's why I got the scar, you see.
Ooh, the mouth open.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. See, this is another thing that Aaron Hansen skipped, is all the tutorials for the characters are written on their gravestones.
You
Oh, wait.
have to expect the grunt to skip every tutorial.
Yeah, I know, but I just get mad when people skip the tutorial and then complain that they don't know what to do.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well, yeah,
in
that's
their
the
Sonic
bread and butter.
Boom, they learn in the very first thing that Amy can triple jump and then immediately forget it until a fan had to straight up tell them.
Oh,
Alright, so. Oh.
Aaron Hansen plays all the way through a first-person shooter without learning how to shoot because he never read the tutorial.
Yeah, that's just how the grunts roll.
Yeah.
You cannot expect that sort of thing.
I mean,
I'm not gonna.
imagine if you put the jump
Uh,
button on an atypical button. I just imagine Aaron having to just be like, "How do I jump?" And he gets through the entire game without jumping.
Watch this. Boom. This is why being a Goron is so much fun.
That looks so fun! Wow.
Oh, it is, especially once you're in a Hyrule field, because it's faster than Epona.
It's super fun.
It is.
Yeah, Epona becomes useless after with this.
Well, yeah,
Except
before
for
that,
jumping over barriers.
like, yeah.
Oof.
Don't worry, I know what to do. Because I made a beeline.
My hot nipple juice onto this ice.
Yes. You can tell it's hot because they literally spark. But only whenever I listen to a song I jive with.
Funny.
Tiny.
If I remember correctly, I have to uncover him first and then talk to the baby and then wrong one. And then talk to him again.
You have to talk. Yeah, you have to talk to the patriarch first. That was confusing. You have to talk to the patriarch first, and then talk to the baby, and then talk to the patriarch again, and then go back. It's very, very annoying. Did they change that in 3DS version?
I believe so. I believe he just... I want to say he just teaches it to you.
I'm not sure about that.
That guy just sliding around like an idiot.
Yep.
Okay, then it's definitely this one, because Tattle went green. God, he is just straight dead.
It's the biggest.
He is such a weird-looking Goron. It's such a good thing that no other Goron ever looks like this again.
Well, in Twilight Princess.
I know. I was making a joke. Scraps is going to be playing Twilight Princess tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
it's already late. I must hurry. Huh? Oh, Darmani! You're supposed to be dead? Am I hallucinating? Maybe it's the doing of Snowhead's magic power. I've been made a fool of. But that's impossible. I refuse to flinch. If I can see past the illusion, you'll vanish in an instant. By the way, if you notice, Goron Link has the scar on his stomach that you mentioned, Scraps.
Oh, I like that. That's a nice detail.
Oh, yeah. It gets... let's wait till we get to Ikana. And... Oh, hey, by the way. These guys are so much easier.
I thought it was just the belly button.
Yeah, no, it's...
The scar is there.
You can see the belly button and the scar. Because the belly button's the...
Yeah. It's a smaller scar, yeah. It's not the really big scar that he has in his other form.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I never noticed.
Yeah. Last time you in the stream that never was, you. Oh, by the way, this puzzle confounded me as a kid, because it's this simple. But I thought I had to talk to the guy up there, the Goron way up there, and then try to rush down to make it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So what's the deal with Darmani's scar? You said he gets an entire aria.
Oh, so we want to use in the opera. We want to use UV light for the dead and other supernatural things, and so he glows white basically or gray, and the scar is bright red, so you can see it really hard, really strongly. to contrast with his entirely gray
that's
body.
cool. I never noticed those gemstones. Oh, it's a D20.
Yes, and I think there is. Oh, it's in the 3DS version. There's a Wiimote. There's a stone Wiimote in 3DS version.
I heard if there was a Wiimote in this one.
Yeah. Oh god, that sound drives me nuts.
Who, the baby?
It's unbearable.
It really is. Let's get the hell out of here. The cold open for Xanu Uzumaki's episode that of the abridged series starts with just 15 seconds of the baby crying, and then Link just going to be like, "I'm gonna kill it! I'm gonna kill the baby!" And then Tao's like, "No, Link!" And then it's the intro. It is the best cold open ever.
That's extremely relatable. That sound is insane. Like
oh yeah,
all the Gorons have their ears covered, and I'm like, yeah. Why don't you leave? It's better to freeze. It's better to just go out and freeze. It's better.
Yeah.
And stay there another second.
So I always figured that Darmani had I gotta get more spring water because the guy freezes over immediately after you load into a new area. But I always figured that, so Darmani says that he fell off the, like he went to confront the demon of Snowhead and the blizzard knocked him off. I always figured he fell onto an ice spike right in the stomach.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I can think of that would leave that scar.
Yeah, or just a very sharp edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
It's a very undignified way for a warrior to die, which also increases his sorrows. I think that was no, it's this one. Never mind.
It's the one where Tattle. Oh god damn it! Now I'm frozen too. Well, Snowhead screwed.
Game over.
Yeah, game over. Cue the scene where
do you get frozen if you touch them?
Yeah. That happened to me when I was running to Goronsicles. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, ready to say I must hurry. No matter how long. What? My son's crying because he misses me. Well, how do you know that? My son misses me. Forgive me, child, your father has what to do. Darani, be you a ghost, a figment of my imagination, I no longer care. If you feel pity for my crying son, please sing my son to sleep with the song I'm about to play on my drum. It's the very same melody I played for you when you were young. It'll put any Goron to sleep.
It starts with somebody once told me the world is going to
wait, huh? Let me play it once more. Somebody once. Ah! Yes, like this. Somebody once told me. It's no good. I can't remember. I can only remember the beginning. Somebody once told me that world was gonna roll me. Something shed. God damn it.
Wow, this is gonna be a recurring thing, isn't it? Constantly getting the notes wrong.
This was very much a reoccurring thing in the last stream.
Yeah, it's because of the way the things are mapped.
Yeah, I know.
Fair enough.
In the stream before the last, told me that the buttons don't match, so it's like always.
Yeah, there's a visual, like there's the graphic, like graphics and controller dissonance.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's why when I played Banjo, Kazooie, and Tooie, I'm counting on you. I mapped the C buttons to the second joystick, the right joystick.
Yeah, it makes sense. I love that he said, it's not that I've forgotten the piece, it's that it's too cold and I can't play very well. That's the excuse I give.
It's your fault for having terrible, shitty drums.
Yes.
Oh man! Oh hey, did y'all see the thing where they're pulling the textures from like old Nintendo 64 games to try and find the origins of them? and the Womp's Fortress dirt texture turned out to be ground beef.
I
You know what?
think
Not
I
surprised.
saw that ages ago.
By the way, one detail I really like, the overhead for this door resembles the Goron bracelet.
Oh yeah, nice detail.
Yeah. Oh my god, let's
Oh,
shut
boy.
this baby
Shut
up.
him up. Shut him up, please, Jesus.
Uh,
Just slam
let's
him in the
see,
face
how
with
much,
bronze.
Scraps, how much of the thing do you think the guy forgot? How much of the song do you think the old man forgot?
That's the song that many plays before they go to sleep. I'll sing the next part.
I don't think you forgot any of it. Oh,
I actually made
Two
up
notes.
I actually
Two
made up the
notes?
last two notes because like Daddy can't remember anything. He doesn't even remember my name.
It's not
I
like
like
the
that it's
last two notes.
descending. That's kind of neat. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, it's a lullaby. It's supposed to send, and it's
Yeah.
like, and it's
It puts
it's the last
Gorons to
notes,
sleep.
and yeah, and the last two notes are the first two notes, just backwards.
Yeah.
So what one hell of a thing to forget.
Yeah.
I sneak this in the Giant's Lament. When
Really?
the giant when the giant mentions that they went to sleep, the horns play this directly.
Hmm.
And it's hidden in there because it has no place anywhere else in the opera.
Really?
Darmani
Not even
doesn't have it.
not even in Darmani's song?
Nope, because Darmani's song focuses on something else. Darmani's aria has a vertical deconstruction of the Goron village of this thing you're hearing right now.
Ooh, that sounds
Very
interesting.
slow in a funeral dirge kind of thing, and it's not detectable, as in you cannot piece it together horizontally, as in listening from one point to the other. You would have to.
I love one detail I love is that after putting all the Gorons to sleep, Link is right about to just run out like he normally does, but then immediately stops and to try and like be a bit more quiet about it.
Yeah.
It's attention to detail like that I like.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
The Goron Village theme is basically deconstructed in three parts, which are played simultaneously. So it's like segments of it, one on top of the other, instead of it being the whole thing in a row. So it becomes something that you have to pay attention to hear. Just detail, because it doesn't fit the mood. It's a very funereal, dark, slow mood. So the Goron City is a bop. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I have to make it much more depressing than it is.
I think my favorite Goron City theme is from the Oracle games, because I like the chiptune rendition.
Yes. But it's the same, isn't it? It's the same as this, just in chiptune. Or does it go differently? Does it?
It's like a remix of the Ocarina of Time one.
Got it.
Like it does carry the same tunes as this, but it's not like
Identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Run. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was just relighting that because I only have 2 sticks. Come on, get that. Come
I
on.
have a feeling.
I don't think. Oh, wow! I actually made
nice.
it. I did not think I was gonna make that.
Tonight's gonna be.
Scraps, have you gotten to Death Mountain yet? On Breath of the Wild?
Yes.
Did you do the shrine? Which shrine is it? There's a shrine that is a. Oh.
I've not done it yet.
There's a shrine that is a reference to this.
Yeah, I haven't done any missions lately. I haven't been playing it.
Come on.
I've just been
First
taking
try,
a break.
watch. Damn it.
Ooh.
I got it on the first try. The first time I did it, and it has never happened again.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I've gotten it first time once, and that was on my Maximum Happiness run on the 3DS.
So much that I was convinced that
It was every
the
time.
game would make it the first time. Yeah, every time, regardless. But
Ah.
it wasn't. And I was like, oh, I couldn't believe I had been that lucky.
Oh yeah. Oh, stop.
Because what's annoying is that the fewer of them there are left,
The harder
faster
it is.
you are
First
to-
time.
Yes, of course.
Ow.
Nope. Oh boy.
I'm also just collecting some Deku sticks while I can. First try.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
I didn't even break them.
yeah. Watch, I'm gonna get first try. I love the Lego series. I love Lego Batman. He is so great.
Is he the one who's goes to first try?
Yeah, first try. Damn it. Yeah. He like throws a dozen batarangs and finally
Yeah,
hits
yes.
it by accident on like the 12th, and he's like, "Ha! First try." But he says first try with each one.
Yeah.
I like the Lego movies, even if after Lego Batman is diminishing returns until the Lego
First
Movie
try.
2,
God damn it.
best movie.
Hmm.
I didn't like Lego Movie 2 as much as the first one. Like, I liked it, but there are parts of it I liked. Like, I liked the ending. I liked what they were going for. But I just didn't enjoy it as much as the first one. And I think a big part of it is because a lot of the characters were relegated to, like, background... were relegated to background characters. Like,
Fair enough.
Yeah, I do love
Incidentally-
Queen. I do love the songs though. Queen, whatever I want to be. I love her song. Totally not evil.
Incidentally, for Scraps' reference, she's not controlling the roll. As in, some surfaces make you slower while you heat up. So as she climbs this rock like ledge like this, there's nothing slowing her down. But the carpet makes it so that when you start rolling, you roll slower to pick up speed.
It's because the carpet's frozen. See, the carpet's frozen over.
I'm not sure
that's
so.
clever.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I didn't think of that.
yeah. It has ice physics. First try.
That,
God damn it.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
really annoying. Ooh, you took damage.
yeah. That hurt.
She took damage because she unrolled before hitting the ground.
Yeah, you take no fall damage whenever you're in a rolling state, but I rolled too high up.
That explains Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. And just like Sonic the Hedgehog, Goron Link cannot swim.
Absolutely. But
Yeah,
unlike Sonic the
I
Hedgehog,
noticed
they
that
don't
you
give you,
yourself to the water.
unlike Sonic the Hedgehog, they don't even give you a chance. If you land in the water as a Goron, you die immediately.
Let it as you're too dense to like get up. So it just like not every water will have a way out, so they just teleport you out as though you fell in a pit. But like Gorons can survive. Like there are games where Gorons do survive first try. God! Oh, of course it's gonna be the last one.
I told you it was gonna be the last one.
It's always the last one. It's always the last
It's
one.
always in the last place you look. Because he stopped looking.
Come on. First try.
Do it,
Ah,
do
first
it,
try.
do it,
Clip
do
it.
Nice.
Yeah, in Breath of the Wild there is a and in Age of Calamity there's the rock sirloins are present, and like Link eats a rock sirloin in Age of Calamity. It is amazing. Link is absolutely feral.
That's technically impossible, but sure.
But in Breath of the Wild, there's a shrine quest where you have to bring a rock sirloin to a Goron, and it's a reference to this because this is the first time rock sirloins were present.
Yep.
There's also rock sirloin in the Oracle of Ages. You have to find a rock sirloin to save the Goron Elder. But right now we're just using the rock sirloin to save Donjero.
To get a mask, yeah.
Yeah, a frog mask.
No, to save the Goron. The Donjero is the mask, yeah.
Yeah.
The Goron who is just
who can just like fall. He could easily just curl up and fall down.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, maybe it assumes that they require some stamina to roll and not get hurt on the way down.
Okay,
maybe, I don't know.
I like that take. So like the rock sirloin has the same properties as the magic potion.
Yeah, or just he doesn't have enough protein in his body and just needs protein, whatever they call protein, because that's rock. There's no protein in rock.
Whoa! Up here! Oh, I'm sorry to bother you from such a high place, but I'm hungry and I'm very hungry. I got stuck up here.
Maybe don't get stuck up there.
Oh, that's it. This is good. I dream about it. Dodongo Caverns, finest quality rock sirloin. So that implies there is a Dodongo's Cavern somewhere in Termina. Yep. It's probably the Dodongo pitfall just outside the in Termina Field, if I had to guess.
Possibly, yeah.
It's my favorite. Bless this meal. Oh yeah, my energy's returning to me. Wait on, I'm coming down. One moment.
Wow.
Oh, I wondered who it might be. I've been in Darmani. You're alive? No, you starved to death. I'm your hallucination. Just ask the Goron Elder. No, yeah, I see. It's the reason why you knew my favorite food. Oh, I almost forgot. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
This frog died on my head last week.
It's actually frozen.
It looked cool.
I was trying to keep it warm with my hood, with my head, in order to thaw it, but I realized we're made of rock and don't conduct heat.
Oh, that's an interesting proposition.
Yeah, I hope the spring comes and we can hear the frog's enthusiastic performance. Yeah, I hope it might be, but it's still cold. I'm headed back to Goron's village. Later, sucker!
Wow, what a
rolling
jerk.
around at the speed of sound.
You just got conned.
That
wow,
means...
what a loser.
Yeah.
This way is where I need to go. So we got the Goron's Lullaby. What do you think is going to be the main obstacle blocking us from the Snowhead Temple?
A Goron who takes his job way too seriously.
Ooh, that was close.
You're half right.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I need to get a running start.
You mean a rolling start?
Yes, a rolling start. Oh man, I cannot wait to do the Goron races. Ooh.
So
on the weird topic of rolling, just to show where my ADHD-riddled brain went with that, have you ever played Driver San Francisco?
No.
Nope.
By the way, this is the blizzard that killed Darmani.
Oof.
Yeah.
So the
does punching work?
So the idea
weird. I always thought punching worked.
The idea
of the game Driver San Francisco is that the main gimmick is that you can swap cars. You literally teleport from car to car. You hijack the person operating the car.
Okay.
Oh,
what's that? There's something in the middle of Blizzard. Can't you see it?
You want
give it a second.
You want to see what killed Darmani?
Oof. Oh, that big fat guy.
Big Ron.
Big Goron.
No, Big Ron. What's Big Ron doing? Why is he being a jerk like that?
Because he's under Majora's mind control.
Oof.
Majora mind controlled Majora's Mask mind controlled him. Oh, right, I need to do it this way. To kill Darmani.
I'm not sure it was intentional to kill Armani. It was
Well,
more
yeah.
like just to prevent anyone from going to the temple. But yes,
Yeah.
it ended up being the result. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's really rough. I hope nobody tells Bigoron what he did, because if I remember correctly, doesn't he get amnesia once spring comes?
Yeah, if he doesn't remember anything, you can talk to him on the way back. He'll be sitting on one of the pillars next to Snowhead. And there he goes.
And now he's dead, just like Darmani.
Nah, he's
uh,
You were saying Driver San Francisco?
Yeah, so in Driver San Francisco, you basically, well, you died too. So.
Yeah, it's the second time this body's died.
So, you
Oh,
body
okay.
swap different characters in different cars.
Okay.
And that's the main gimmick. So, I was just like, when you said rolling, I was reminded of, like, there's wheels of a car roll. So I was like, oh.
Oh, I see. We're doing like fast associations. I do that too.
Yeah.
ADHD is a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness, it is so difficult sometimes. Like, you go from thinking about,
speaking of difficult, oh
Chinese
god, I'm
to-
starting to fishtail.
to,
Damn it.
Oh,
I was right there. I was fishtailing.
on the topic of ADHD and how you can like spin out of control wildly on that, it's so easy to go from like a topic of dinner to like Chinese food to like Imperial China to suddenly you're thinking about
History of Japan.
Lu Bu, the great hero from Chinese mythology. And he was a real person, so it's not really mythology.
Well, there's always some mythology mixing with
damn it.
reality.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're better off unrolling at the thin part of the ledge, because otherwise,
Yeah.
it's not that it's impossible, but it's very difficult.
Oh no!
Very
On
badly.
the topic of famous Chinese warrior Lu Bu, who wants to talk about that?
I don't know anything about them, so
Come on.
by all means.
Oh, come on. I was hoping for...
So, have you heard of the Han Dynasty?
Yes.
Okay, so the Han Dynasty collapses thanks in part to the Yellow Turban Rebellion. And during this time, a man named Dong Zhuo comes to power.
Okay.
And his
Okay, hold on.
adopted son, Lu Bu.
Hold on,
So
I'm
Lu
going
Bu-
back to the dawn of the first day, so I have more time to do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
And also to save.
Now, do you have
Dynasty Warriors?
No. I'm thinking like, do you have a fast travel point there?
Yeah. That's I unlocked the Eagle.
Oh, they
Or
take
the
your
owl.
rupees too. That's rude.
Yeah, that's fine. I have a bunch in the thing. And rupees don't really... There's only like one time where rupees are actually important, and that is something we'll do once we finish Snowhead.
Okay. So Lu Bu is already a great warrior by this point. And he's also gone through multiple adopted fathers because he has a very bad habit of betraying people.
Always a good thing.
Yeah.
Who was
So the story
oh.
goes that Lu Bu falls in love with a woman named Dao Chao, or Dao Chan. And this lady is a concubine for Dong Zhuo, who at that point is now emperor.
Okay.
And Lu Bu, in his usual grace, betrays Dong Zhuo,
Okay.
basically stabbing him in the middle of the street and just walking off.
Oof. That's rough, buddy.
Straight to the point. I like the kind of man.
Does he get back up every day?
Well, no. I went to the dawn of the first day, so
Okay,
we
yeah.
never sent him back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. A song is required for every to get to every temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that the
It's
first song you learn is to wake up people who are sleeping, and the second song you learn is to put people to sleep.
Yep.
Nifty.
It sounds.
So-
It would stand to reason that the song after that would be to make people. Actually, there's no in between state. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Please continue.
Daydream?
So, Lubu, there's a saying about Lubu.
Hmm.
It's among men, Lubu, among horses, red hair. Because he rode upon a horse called Red Hair,
Oh, okay.
which was a bright red horse, according to the stories.
Did it have hair?
They
Oh,
all did.
hair is in rabbit,
Oh!
because it was that fast and that unruly.
Okay.
And Lubu was so great a warrior that he was the equivalent of 100 men.
Was he the
And,
one that could fire an arrow from a horse and hit something like 1,000 yards away?
Yes, he was considered a great archer.
Damn it!
Among
I tried
other
to
things.
unroll there.
He was considered a great
Okay.
archer, among other things.
And then.
And eventually, he faces up against Cao Cao, who at that point is the up-and-coming wannabe ruler of China.
Hmm.
All
Cao
right,
Cao was very ambitious.
we finally made it to the dungeon.
Nice. And then.
So Cao Cao ends up winning because Lubu is an awful leader, and his own men betray him.
Okay.
So they tie him up, and his second in command, Zhang Liao.
Hmm.
So Cao Cao is sitting on his throne, and he's like, "Give me a reason I shouldn't execute you." And Lubu's like, "If you don't execute me, I promise to be a great general for your army." And Cao Cao's very much like, "Yeah, I could do that. That sounds neat." And at that
But-
point, Liu Bei, one of Cao Cao's enemies, is like, "Wait a minute. If you do that, remember what happened to Dong Zhuo?" And Cao Cao's like, "You know what? You're speaking truth, my man. Execute him."
Yep.
And then Zhang Liao is like, "Execute me with Lu Bu. He is my ruler, and I shall go with him." And Cao Cao's like, "No, you're working with me now."
Wow.
And the reason for that is he was impressed with
Come
Zhang
on.
Liao's loyalty.
Hmm.
And Zhang Liao, by the way, was very loyal to the point where he even worked with Cao Cao and died fighting to protect him. So
What the heck?
Well then.
that just goes to show how crazy the world can be sometimes.
Oh, there's tons of crazy stories about about China alone, like the whole way the empires rose and fell. Like it was.
Who was the one that was horribly outmatched and outmatched and outmanned? So their solution was to like sit out in the open sipping tea, in the hopes because they knew that the person they were up against would think it's a trap.
I know exactly who you're speaking about. I don't know how to pronounce his
Why
name.
is it not popping?
Why is not what?
I'm trying to pop this fairy. There we
Oh,
go.
Because you should use the lens of truth. There's invisible walls.
There are?
Yes, try it.
Oh, god damn it. I wasted
Yeah.
I wasted like a dozen arrows.
Yeah, I was wondering actually because I was paying attention to the story and then I zoned out of the visuals for a second. So then you're like, "Why isn't it going through?" And then I like came back mentally speaking, went to look at the screen properly and was like, "Oh wait, it's that bit that I couldn't understand when I was 11."
Oh.
Yes. This is the story of Zhuge Liang and Sima Yi.
So he just sat and had tea in hopes the guy would think it was a trap, and it worked.
Okay, so
they
Zulion
like
was
knew each other very well and knew each other's like they knew each other were
Oh.
both like master strategists. Oh,
I
you
see.
So it's such an obvious thing would be the only other person just as smart as them would be like, oh, this is obviously a trap.
I see.
so Sima Yi and Zulion were rivals, and Sima Yi's main strategy was figuring out what the other person was planning and then counter it. And Zhuge was all about that good old subterfuge. Lots of ambushes and lots of fire attacks. Lots of tricking the enemy into ambushes.
Hey, look, it's Bomb Chew! I love Bomb Chews. They have it's the first Bomb Chew we've met.
Is it a Bomachu? Will it evolve into a Pikachu? You won't believe how long I've been holding on to that joke this entire time.
Yeah, no, it's owned by Barack Obama.
Bomachu, I choose you.
Did you know that bomb chews were actually real animals? Because I didn't know that until I played Majora's Mask.
Wait, define. Do you mean real animals like IRL, or that bomb chews were based off?
No. I mean in the Zelda world.
Oh, well,
I didn't know that bomb chew bombs were based off of real creatures. And then when I play Majora's Mask and it says the title explains to you what a real bomb chew is, I'm like, oh, they're real.
Well, yeah, they first appeared in Ocarina of Time, and then they were made real in Majora's Mask.
Yes.
And then they're also in the Oracle games, and are even more useless in there than they are in Ocarina of Time.
You mean the bombs themselves?
The Bomb Chew, yeah, the Bomb Chew bombs.
Yeah. This temple is, in my opinion, the most annoying of the Majora's Mask temples. So
yeah, it's definitely my least favorite by default. Yep.
Even aesthetically speaking.
Like I really like the Great Bay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, good. I got a key.
People complain about all the stuff that makes the Great Bay Temple complicated, but I think it's not that complicated.
It really isn't. You just gotta follow the pipes.
Yeah, follow the colors. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's made a lot easier. The irony is that this temple, even though it's my least favorite, it does have my absolute most favorite boss.
Exactly my opinion. Yes,
Yeah.
God is definitely.
And it really brings into question whether or not the boss makes up for the temple. Personally, I don't think the boss is enough to make up for the temple.
No. I don't think they're related. I don't think a boss should make up for something. I think it's just that it's just that they found a cool way to make a boss in that shape to be defeated. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I get the idea. Like a bad boss does not make up for does not undo a great dungeon, but a great.
Oh yeah, if a bad boss undid a great dungeon, then Great Bay would not be great.
Yeah.
Because Great Bay has the worst boss. One of my favorite temples has one of my least favorite bosses, and one of my least favorite temples has one of the best bosses.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of the Great Bay Temple. It looks very fun.
Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with this guy.
Then again, I love levels that let you swim fast.
Oh yeah, I do not like how they changed the swimming mechanic in the 3DS version. Like,
I seem to be in the minority that seems to like it just as much as the original. Like, it just takes a bit, but that's.
Let's see.
It didn't honestly did not bother me at all. Wolf.
Come on.
You're gonna get stuck punching the wall. You're better off using the sword.
Let's see. Do I have bombs? I do.
I'm not sure you picked up. Oh, yes, you do.
I don't know where, but I got them.
Yeah, probably from some vase.
Yeah. Let's see. God damn it. There we
What's
go.
going on here?
I was just getting this
There you
stray
go.
fairy. I remember there was one in there. Let's see.
Yeah, remember to
The
put on the mask every round.
others are up over there and over there, but I can't get any of that yet. This will be a lot easier once I get the dungeon item.
Mm.
Oh god, I just remembered who the mini boss is. I'm not looking for that.
Very annoying, yes. No, not too bad, but just annoying.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember to use the lens of truth against
Oh,
that
wait.
drip of snow on the wall.
Yeah, yeah, I know that. That's not the one that always got me. It was the one in the central room that always, and the one in the ceiling.
Yeah,
But
those are annoying.
this is what I was trying to remember. Come on. This is
Yeah,
what
you
I
have
was.
to
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. Wait for them to stop shaking.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's the puzzle of this room that I was trying to remember. But yeah, I don't like the music of this. Oh, I don't like the music of this dungeon. I don't think it really fits.
Oh, I think it fits. I just think that it's not very interesting.
Come on. So that's 5. Okay, I got a third of the fairies done. Hey,
I use a tiny bit of the snowhead theme in Darmani's aria.
oh,
Um,
is it the one where it's like dun 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 dun?
Yep.
Okay, because
it's in a rising crescendo as he's describing how he died.
yeah, like that part of the song I do like, but the rest of it I really don't, because there really isn't much other than that part.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that all the stray fairies in here? Yes. This is the one.
Yep.
So, Scraps, where do you think the stray fairy is here?
Above you?
Does it look like it's above?
In the ice?
No, it is above.
Oh, you're messing with me.
Because it's well, you just have to put down the.
Yeah. I was trying to be a pro gamer.
Oof.
This is
Oh, wow,
very unfair.
Yeah, no. And it's not even the... Oh, God. Oh, God, I can't see them with the lens of truth. What the hell?
Are they
even
alive,
real?
then?
Oh, that's interesting. I never noticed that.
I never did either.
You can see their
What?
eyes.
Did I write... What? Hold on.
What?
Dun dun dun.
Wait. It should be there.
It is.
What do you mean it is? It has to be visible.
Maybe it's just a graphical glitch.
It better be.
That's very odd.
What is going on?
Oh, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
graphical glitch.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the little white creatures were also a graphical glitch because I'm pretty sure you can see them with lenses.
Oh, yeah. So weird. I guess the things that are 2D textures...
don't show up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that out later, but yeah, that one in the central rooms thing are the ones that always got me.
But this one is particularly unfair because this one has no precedent.
Yeah.
They show
That's
you how those little like ice flows on the walls hide chests and other things. So like in the previous room. So the
it's
fact that you have one in the large room hard to access does not mean that it's not something you can look at and see. Oh, it's there. I just have to find a way to find it. I just to get to it. This case is like no one ever told me that I had to look up into the ceiling. Like there's literally nothing up until this point to tell you that you should look up into the ceiling with the lens of truth.
yeah. And in the central chamber, the one in the central chamber, I think the one in the central chamber is more unfair because I do not remember if there's any indication. Get up there! Get up there!
No, you have to link. You have to link.
Oh.
Link doesn't. Goron doesn't climb.
Oh, I never realized that.
Yep. It's too
Ah,
heavy.
all right. Hey, by the way, this is one of those surfaces we were telling you about.
Yep. And there's the flow on the left. That's the ice flow. That's a platform for a chest.
Oh yeah, I guess they do have a nice thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get that once I'm at the top and have as Deku Link. I find it easier to float down there as
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Deku Link. Ow. Yeah, the thing about the dungeons is they're pretty difficult to navigate until you get the dungeon item. At least until the final dungeon, because final dungeon, even with the item, it's pretty difficult to navigate.
Yeah.
Well,
Makes sense.
damn it.
They want to make it the hardest one.
It is definitely hard, especially collecting the fairies, but it is so worth it.
It's something about it makes it almost my favorite, but something about it, I don't know what it is, it's missing. It's something about it is underwhelming. That's why I prefer the Great Bay Temple to that one.
I guess
But-
because the dungeon's gimmick is something that only really happens once, whereas at
Possibly,
the
yeah.
midway point, whereas everywhere else the gimmick is something that's present all over.
I
like-
think you do it. I think you do it twice in that dungeon, not just once. But yes.
Oh
once
yeah,
You have to leave. Once you have to leave, but yes, there's another time where you have to do it. I think so twice.
all right, let's do this.
Use the. Oh yeah.
I don't have the hook shot.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant the hood, but it actually would make it worse.
Yeah, the hood is not for precise jumps.
Nope.
Mm.
It's all for a fairy.
For a
Yeah.
single fairy.
Now here's where I need to use the hood. Because I do not want to fall back down there yet.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. So...
Are there blades on the wall?
yeah.
Yep.
Ah, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do.
Is that to keep you from climbing up?
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's to keep from climbing. I think.
I mean, it's just extra hazards.
I think they had a reason. I forget what it was. It was a specific reason.
That was
Oh,
close. You saw that.
Very- Yeah.
Oh, sweet mini boss fight. See, the mini boss is good once, but then you find out that he is a mini boss, I believe, 8 times total in the entire game.
No, 8. That's too much.
Really? Are you
I
sure?
don't think he's 8 times. I think you fight him again in that special cave in a kind of valley, which makes him annoying. But I think this guy only shows up 4 times. Or it's way too much. Yes.
Yeah. He shows up in. He shows up twice here, and I believe twice in Ikana or in the final dungeon, Stone Tower.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's it. I think, and the extra time is in the special cave
Mm.
Yeah.
in Ikana as well.
Okay, so I guess a total of 5 or
5.
Yeah, okay.
It's still too much. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Does he go ouch when you shoot with an arrow?
I guess, but
Is the intended way of doing this that you have to run up to him and stab him with your sword?
no. If you do that, he runs away to a different one. The intended way is to stand in one spot where you have good vantage on all the spots and hit him with the arrows.
Yeah.
I got the fire arrows.
There you go. Because he multiplies after a while.
Yeah.
He starts showing up different shadows, different shade versions of himself. Yeah.
Yeah, the way to tell which one's the real one is it's the one that's
Not moving.
well, no, not transparent.
Yes, and also the one is I think he's also the only one who lifts his arms with the stick.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
don't worry, I have a solution.
You have a solution?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Suicide.
Yep. Ah.
There you go.
A lot better than Pharaoh's Wind.
Yeah.
It's Pharaoh's Wind. I love Pharaoh's Wind, but it's a lot faster and doesn't consume magic.
Consumes a heart, though.
Well, that's fine. There's hearts everywhere. Man,
Unless
there's
you
also...
only got one heart. Then you don't want to lose it.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's like a quarter of a... or a half a heart.
Oh, maybe.
Either way, it's nothing consequential. Let's see. So, where does that lead? Somewhere I haven't been. So let's go that way. That's the easiest way to navigate these, is to look at which places you haven't been. Oh, I don't have a key.
So
All right, so I do actually have to go all the way down then to get these.
And you killed Deku for nothing. How dare you?
Well, I didn't know that I needed things.
Yeah.
What a monster.
Yeah.
What a
Let's see.
monster. Terrible creature. Murdering to the small, tiny...
Useless scrub.
harmless. Yeah, that too.
So out of curiosity, we mentioned before that I'm going to be doing Twilight Princess tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've heard the opening is really long and really obnoxious. Is that true? Should I be worried about it?
No, it's not long. I mean, it's long, but it's not like Kingdom Hearts 2 long.
Well, okay, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is already in excess. I think the Twilight Princess, like the way they teach you about the game, the tutorial area basically, which is not really an area, but it's a tutorial section of the story. I think it is too long. I don't think the opening, as in the cutscenes or anything like that, are too long. I think just that you do a bunch of stuff in the starting places, which you don't really have. You shouldn't have to. Like they just. I think for Twilight Princess, the philosophy was that they wanted to incorporate you into the world more realistically. And so it was this thing, oh, you're part of this now, and you are doing the things you would do if there was no problem, you know? And this is Link's daily life, you know? But if it's the first time you're playing the game, it is charming. If it's the second time, not so much anymore. So I think you would still enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you are willing to get immersed in the game. My issue with the game actually starts later.
Okay, don't tell me anything more.
I will not.
Yeah. I like the opening.
Avoid spoilers for years.
Yes, no. I'm saying nothing about Twilight Princess whatsoever. All I say is that I started up hyped, and then some things about what came later made it sadly a forgettable experience for me, because there's a lot of people who love the game.
I like the intro. I think the intro is like I am a big fan of like character-driven stuff, and I feel like the intro gives you a lot of character.
Yes.
Gives a lot of the character's character. Like it tells you these are the people you're like. These are the. It gives you a more personal connection. Gives you something to fight for.
Absolutely.
You're not just.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just thought that there should be an option to skip that if someone wants to replay the game, because it becomes obnoxious every single time you replay the game. It's noticeable how long it is. But if it's the first time, you'll enjoy it for sure. That's not the problem.
I know that Deltarune has an option to skip the whole tutorial and go straight to the Dark Realm if you go to sleep. If you go to sleep immediately upon starting the game.
Yeah, there you go. So that's a clever way to incorporate that. But yeah. No, up until you play the whole game, I will have no way of telling whether you would be on the camp that would like the game or not, obviously. But
How do I?
I played Wind Waker and Twilight Princess back to back because I didn't have a GameCube and a friend of mine lended it to me years after the games were out already, had been out, and I have much more pleasant memories from Wind Waker than from Twilight Princess. But Wind Waker, I do not want to replay it because it is large. It's a fantastic game, but it's a large game, and
which is weird because it's also extremely linear, and has like very few dungeons.
But the thing about Wind Waker to me is that the feeling of the world is quite good. I think in terms of breadth of the world, Wind Waker was unmatched until Breath of the Wild. Personally speaking.
Yeah, I can see that. Personally, I think that the Oracle games have much. Oh, damn it! Oh,
the Oracles in Game Boy.
Yeah, Game Boy Colors.
Yeah. Oh, those are definitely my favorites. I prefer Seasons to Ages, but
I like Ages because I like puzzles, like and also character-driven stuff. And I feel like Ages is a lot more character-driven than Seasons because Seasons doesn't really have a character like. Whoa! That was really fast.
Yeah.
That was unnaturally fast.
Ages. I prefer Seasons because it doesn't feel as long. Something about Ages is a bit drawn out. I'm not sure.
It's the fact that everything's a puzzle.
But yeah, possibly. But what I was talking about Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild is about literally the breadth of the game, also in a technological sense, which the Game Boy games cannot give you. Like Wind Waker felt like this huge ocean where it was always fun to sail. I was never bored sailing in Wind Waker. Some people were, but I think they fixed the. Basically, they turned
the Swift sail.
Turn Hyrule Field. What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they fixed it in the HD version.
Oh no, I haven't played it. What I meant is that they fixed the sense of emptiness that you have in Ocarina of Time's Hyrule Field by replacing it with something that you already expect to be mostly empty, which is the sea, and then with a few islands of interest.
Yeah,
I think it's a bit more clever to do it that way.
Each it's what is it? 10 by 10, 8 by 8. What's the
grid? Yes, the grid is 8 by 8, I think. Yes.
Yeah, and each grid. Oh, damn it!
Each square. Oh, you go get some magic.
Took too long.
No, I
didn't have enough magic, basically.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm reminded of I never played Wind Waker, but I've been told it has a lot in common with one game I have played, and that's Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
I have no reference because I never play that game, so I don't know. I could not.
It's basically a pirate game. You find islands and you get off your boat.
Oh, okay. I can see it.
Yeah.
But there's a bit more to it than that.
There's more to it, of course. But in like the sense of exploration, they're very similar.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
I think Skyward Sword failed for me in the flying stuff because I am sure they wanted it to feel like you were flying the same way you felt like when you were sailing in Wind Waker, but I felt constrained. There's something about the flying world of Skyward Sword that feels... I don't know what it is.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I know how to get back up there.
Far more restrictive.
I don't know, but it's not just the way it's designed. I think it's also visual. Barry Kramer from the Grumps. He made a very cool video about how just the visuals of the sky world, those beiges in the clouds, are somehow not as fresh as if you had like a bluer fresher sky.
Yeah.
And that's so it starts with the visuals, and then it moves on to the fact that yes, there's much less interesting thing going on in the sky because the game is designed to draw you to the surface,
Yeah.
not
The
to stay
surface
in the
is
sky.
beautiful. Like,
Yes, I have personal taste issues with the entire aesthetic of the game. That's my problem. It's not a valid criticism whatsoever, but it remains a fact that
ha!
there you go.
This is the
Regardless-
central puzzle of this dungeon. In the first dungeon, the central puzzle was purifying the water so you could freely swim. This is this dungeon's central puzzle.
Basically Jenga, if you will.
Yeah.
I'd
Uh,
argue
Yes.
that visuals can be criticized in a game.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I did not mean to say that the visuals of Skyward Sword are a problem to the game. I meant that in terms of my personal tastes, I do not like the way Skyward Sword looks, but I cannot say that it's not polished. It is
Okay.
very well designed. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. It's very well polished, but the criticism is that its environmental design is very...
Bland.
It doesn't help the game.
In the sky?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 And I think that can actually be a major... I'm not saying it's the issue of the game, but I think that's one of the things that I keep hearing every time somebody brings it up. The visuals, specifically in the sky, make you feel very alone, and the flying itself doesn't feel exciting.
Liberating. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's pretty much that's
And
pretty much what I would say.
I think part of the reason why the flying doesn't feel great is motion controls.
Well, yeah, that's another thing which is also relative to the player, as in the same way that I criticize the way it looks, the whole game looks, not just the sky, because I personally don't like the aesthetic. I think my issue with motion controls is also a personal issue, as in the game was designed for motion controls. I don't think that the people who have fun with motion controls
what
would
am I
dislike the
doing?
game because of that.
We do this the coward's
think it
way.
Yeah, I just think that personally, I don't like motion controls. People like the whole thing was exciting about holding a sword and swiping the sword and all that stuff is fun.
I had no
But to
issue with
me-
the.
To me, to feel to me immersed in the game, I should not be worried about knocking something off a shelf, or about or about getting my arms tired. Like the way I get immersed in the game is my body doesn't move at all. I'm just sitting, my fingers move on the controller and nothing else. So that drew me out of the game instead of pulling me in. That's my issue with it. I don't think it is a criticism that makes it a bad game. My issues with Skyward Swords as a game is how many times they have you revisit the same areas over and over again. That is a criticism that I have, like an actual criticism that I could bring to a debate about the game. The other ones are just personal. I just happen to not like the way the game looks or feels. That's it.
Fair enough. I believe there's validation in personal opinion. Like, you don't need a review to be 100% objective. And
No,
you
of
can be
course
like,
not.
yeah, I just don't like how it controls, or I just don't like the visual design. That is a valid criticism, but it needs to be amended with the fact that it's a personal criticism and should not be taken as gospel for everything.
Exactly. And
I know there are
something like-
people who there's a critic that I followed that I do still follow because he says a lot of things that I agree with.
Mhm.
We just have aligned tastes. Is not that he agrees with everything I say, because maybe he not agree with me on everything, but we have aligned taste, which is something I want to mention. Whenever you look at a critic, look for one that aligns with your taste. So, like, if you like Angry Joe doesn't like everything I like, but there's an alignment of taste, so that when Angry Joe's like, yeah, I thought this was terrible, I can be like, yeah, I can think that if I went through that exact same scenario, I'd probably not like it either.
Oh, here's number 2.
There he goes again.
I kind of want to be more than friend. Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing this a terrible way.
Yes, you are.
So, this critic mentioned that. So this critic I know really hates the idea of weapon degradation in games.
Oh,
And
Breath of the
when
Wild must have been.
he played Breath of the Wild, and it was very much a list of everything he had grown to dislike in modern games. And he mentioned this in his review. And as such, he gave it a very low score, 7 out of 10.
That's not low. I don't call that low. Oh my god, people think 7 out of 10 is low.
It was low enough that he got doxxed and sent death threats.
Yeah, because people... Oh my god, yes. Yeah. I can imagine, yeah.
And...
People,
Yeah, this boss is not hard at all.
I don't... And while I can definitely agree that's his own personal taste, part of the issue I feel with that review is that he didn't make it clear to a lot of people that was his own personal taste and how he felt on those mechanics.
But that's what
and why he was reviewing it that way.
Yes.
So a lot of people took that as, oh, he just hates the game, he hates Zelda, etc., etc. When actually he liked a lot of the Zelda games. He gave Twilight Princess and several other Zelda games, I believe, like 10 out of 10s because he just likes that kind of gameplay.
Yeah. No, the video game journalism world is full of this insanity of like people going like, "How dare you? You've ruined the Metascore. You have lowered the score for everybody else." Like, this is not an exercise in social reviewing. This is a personal opinion. There is no such thing as an aggregated. There should not be such a thing as an aggregate score because people have different tastes. You will find people who hate something that you like always.
I really like, and this is where I differ from a lot of people. Here's my radical opinion. I like Prince of Persia 2008 more than I like Sands of Time.
I do not know those games, but I remember one Prince of Persia being criticized enormously for being really, really bad. Is that the one you like?
It's not bad. What it is it's different.
What I mean is it was critically panned. Is that what I mean?
It might not be that one specifically, but it likely was.
Okay.
What it does is it eschews the time control mechanic that the previous games employed and attempted like a full reboot.
Okay.
And a lot of people weren't happy because the mechanic they used to replace the
where's the
time rewind function
was
just to allow just a very liberal checkpoint system.
Okay.
So when you fall off a cliff in universe, your partner friend plucks you out of the sky and tosses you back to your last checkpoint.
Oh, it's like Lakitu. As if you had a Lakitu on Mario Kart.
Yeah, very Lakitu-esque. And a lot of people didn't like this because they said it made the game way too easy because you can't die. And I argue that you do die. Often, very frequently, the game just loads you back really quickly with a very generous save scumming method that they explain away in universe.
You have a problem when people start saying it makes the game too easy. It's like, first of all...
Yeah, the Kirby Epic Yarn, a lot of people said it was too easy, but that's one of the... it ended up becoming one of the best reviewed... the best user or player reviewed games.
Yeah, but like Kirby's Epic Yarn, by design, it is supposed to be a relaxing experience. That is the point of the game. What I mean by
By the way, for those of y'all watching, I'm just letting myself float down because there's a stray fairy over here that's
in the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, I already made sure to check it's right here before jumping.
Yeah, and make sure you have the right height as well, because otherwise...
I know, I can see the ice bits.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah.
What I mean by difficulty is that when people start arguing for difficulty, it's like, are they implying that a game's difficulty is a mark of quality? Because at that point, like, it starts to feel a bit gatekeeping. Like, it's a bit like, if you don't like a game that is hard, it's because you're a bad gamer. Like, no, that's not how
Yeah,
game
I
design.
mean, to be fair,
Um,
many game journalists are pretty bad at games. Like, you remember the, oh,
The Cuphead disaster, yes.
yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on,
I'm
yes.
reminded of the
Nice.
argument for Dark
Here we
Souls.
go.
Dark Souls is a
This is
very good game.
this is the one that is complete bullshit, by the way, because of how
There you go.
because of how stupid it is to get.
Now you have to go find the other fairies. You're missing 3.
Yeah, I
I'd
think I know
argue
where they
that
are.
Dark Souls,
Yeah.
by design, its difficulty is intentional.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. Dark Souls is not a bad game because it's difficult, nor is it a good game because it's difficult. Difficulty is part of the design. It's not an element that makes it better or worse. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's built into the design, it's built into the story, it's built into the
So,
mechanics.
oh, I'm an idiot.
Some games are okay. Let me talk about one game that does the whole Dark Souls thing very poorly. It's Lords of the Fallen.
Never heard of it.
In Lords of the Fallen,
Uh-huh.
they basically copy paste the entire concept of Dark Souls. You're basically a lone hero fighting against corruption, and you die a bunch.
Okay.
And my issue with it is the dying is not part of the narrative or the themes.
Really?
You just respawn weirdly enough at like the exact same point. I never got far enough in the game, so maybe around the halfway point they do explain why you keep respawning. But nowhere early on do they mention anything like that.
Okay.
It's also a lot. You know how when you swing your sword in Dark Souls, like there's a wind up?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if the wind up was even longer.
Oh god, that'd be impossible to play.
Yeah. In Lords of the Fallen, you have a very long wind up, even for your basic sword. So imagine like a 1 to 2 second delay before each swing. And during this
That is
swing,
a
you
lot
are
of lag.
completely vulnerable. The enemies, though, are tuned like your average Dark Souls enemy. So they attack at like the speed a Dark Souls enemy would, which is like maybe a second.
Oh god,
see.
that's
I see
just
the
that's
problem.
just artificial difficulty.
It's a very frustrating game. And it's also does everything wrong. Like, okay, so this bugs me. But when you beat a boss, you get an item for it. If you beat the boss without taking damage, you get an even better item.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the problem with this is, most of the bosses are marathons.
Oh no.
They have hundreds of hit points. There is no weapon in Lords of the Fallen that makes the boss fights any quicker. There is no case where, like in Dark Souls, you can get the Zweihander early on, and you can use the Zweihander to just chunk out a big part of the boss's HP. But it's like you're slower, so it's riskier, I guess.
Time to fairy hunt.
That is not the case in Lords of the Fallen. Even if you're hitting an enemy with your strongest weapon, it's still so much better to use your quickest weapon because the damage difference is so low.
Really?
If you're using a dagger in Dark Souls, it might take you 3 hits to deal as much damage as one Zweihander strike. In Lords of the Fallen, 2 dagger hits is equivalent to like 2 Zweihander strikes.
So you don't have an incentive to improve your arsenal either.
Yeah. And there's very few weapons. The only weapons you actually get are from bosses. And you know how Dark Souls is defined by its really crisp map design?
Everything is really well connected, yeah.
That is not the case in Lords of the Fallen.
Well then.
There are two early on, after you beat like the first boss, there's like 2 pathways you can go down. One is right in front of you, and the other is this little hidden away corridor hidden behind some bushes. Which one do you think is the way you go?
Hidden away.
Hidden away.
The hidden away one, because you already know that I've told you that it's
Yes,
a
obviously,
terrible design.
but it probably
Well-
it is not obviously there because by design it's hidden. Therefore, they're telling you that if you didn't go look for every little nook and cranny, you would not be able to find the
Right way.
correct way. Yes, which is dumb.
Unfortunately, if you go down the front path, you are met with an enemy that looks no different from any of the other enemies you've been fighting up to that point. There's literally no difference. The difference, though, is that this enemy has way more health and will deal way more damage.
Wow, they don't even
the
like
wrong path?
make it. They don't even make it a different color palette or anything.
No, it looks exactly like all the others. Maybe a bit
Okay.
more pharaoh looking, but it looks a lot like every other enemy you've been fighting at that point.
Okay.
And it just wrecks you. So you're like, okay, maybe I'm going about this wrong. So you go at it again, and it kills you again. Or there's like, maybe if I take the lower path, then that's the way to go. So it's because there's a little staircase that goes underneath the enemy. The enemy will follow you down that staircase and kill you regardless. So it's like, no,
This is in the wrong path.
that's the wrong path. Yeah.
The clear path. Okay, and they expect you to know that this is the wrong path because of the strength of the enemy. But
that looks
then
no different
they
from any other end of the end.
but then they hide the other path from you. That's a bit too hard, in my opinion.
It very much
Oh.
is like just bad level design.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the people who made Lords of the Fallen are talented developers. Like, I've seen many of their other games, and they look great. I actually really want to play the second Surge game. But it very much shows that Lords of the Fallen is not a great game. And I hate saying that, because I really hate shitting on anybody's work. But it very much is a case of very little polish and very little understanding of what made Dark Souls as incredibly popular as it was. Because it was one of the first Dark Souls clones.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
You can't get it right all the time.
Where is this
But yeah,
fairy?
sometimes people hold on
Oh,
to specific
yes!
concepts for a long time.
We got a beat.
What?
We got a beat.
There we go. Oh, it's this area. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see the ice thing. It's,
Yeah, it's in a bubble.
Hold on one moment.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, my brother's calling me.
Okay,
Hey, what's up?
go for it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry. Bye. Sorry about that. It was my brother
No
calling
worries.
me. He knows I stream. In fact, the exact thing he asked me was, "Hey, are you still streaming?"
Well, there you go. Could have texted
My
that.
brother is likely still playing games. He's playing D&D. He's been playing D&D since like noon, and it's almost 10. No, it's
Yeah, it
almost
sounds about right. The only
Yeah,
reason
when we had sessions when I was a DM with my friends like many years ago, we were still in college. We had sessions that lasted whole days. We
Oh yeah.
started- yeah, like just
If I didn't stream, okay, how do I get up there though?
you don't have to.
What?
You
Oh right,
don't-
I just arrows.
yeah, but you
It-
have to see. That's the problem. It's there, but you have to.
Yeah,
guess
I forgot
because
about
of the
that.
texture thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You're.
There we
there
go.
it is.
Got it.
Right. Okay. You may remove the lens of truth.
Yeah.
There it
All
is.
right, there we go. Now we can go fight the boss.
Yep.
Yep.
In terms of game design, the
hey,
interesting thing.
perfect, because it brought us right out here.
Yep. In
uh,
terms of game design. Oh, sorry, you were gonna say something.
oh, damn it! I didn't mean to do that. I hit. Button mapping is.
Yes.
Okay. So.
you were gonna say something? Yeah.
Was I gonna say something?
I don't know. I assumed you did because you're gonna be like,
Oh yeah. I wanted to let Scraps know this is where this is the other than the final boss, this is the best boss. The only reason why the final boss is better is because the final boss does incorporate the best parts of all the bosses into it, including the part that makes this boss fun. Well, that
I'm
is
curious what you mean.
the middle form is when we do this.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, kind of.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
it's a boss covered in
you
ice. That's
do?
neat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, I never thought that phase with like that. That's interesting.
Oh.
I have to think about that.
Yeah, in the 3DS version, they make it a lot more obvious that you can do that. In fact, they have the so based on what you're seeing here, what do you think this boss is gonna be doing? What do you think we're gonna be doing this boss? Based on what we can see here.
Does it need to run into the walls?
Well, let's see.
You are
Yep.
correct. It's not just into the walls. It is like let's see it.
Through the walls.
Yeah, and then what?
Yes.
That's what. After that is when the real fight starts.
Oof. No, he goes right through the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
a
you're
circle.
racing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is so fun. Oh. Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
That's
there you go.
cheap.
It does the whole Shadow the Hedgehog thing for Sonic Adventure 2, where if you get too far behind, he attacks you.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
And then he starts shooting bombs once he's almost dead.
Yeah.
Or shitting bombs. No.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is like a very fun boss fight.
Oh, it is. It's widely agreed to be one of the better bosses in the entire series.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
And
this and Coloctos are always on people's top 10s.
When I was first thinking about the structure of the opera,
You can't do this in the 3DS.
no, you can't. Doesn't let you.
Yeah.
When I was first thinking about the structure of the opera, I was like, okay, I guess the only boss that I can actually show on the opera is the only humanoid one, because the other ones would be impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I mean, you could... Well, I mean, Link can just sit at the boss room entrance and fire arrows at him, but, I mean, that'd take a lot of time and be very boring in general.
Yes, but in terms of the creature, like giving the sensation of speed to a large galloping animal on stage is impossible. You cannot do that unless you build the entire show around it. And I already have issues with the number of sets I use per act. Usually in opera, an act is one set. I don't do that. I have the entire thing planned out carefully so that there is a seamless transition of sets within physical means, within the same act, so it doesn't get interrupted.
Oh, he's about to start shitting bombs.
Yeah, and electricity.
I'm reminded of
The Chariot.
You know, Agatha Christie used to write plays. There's one play about Akhenaten,
Yes.
the pharaoh,
Yes.
and it's considered one of the worst plays to do because it has over 72 stage transitions.
Oh my God,
Jesus
that's terrible.
Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 72.
And about 30 unique roles that require 30 different actors.
Oh boy.
Oh shit!
That's
yeah, he's shitting bombs.
That's less
We're at the
problematic,
final
but
phase. Oh god damn it! That's not good. Oh,
okay.
I messed up.
It's considered a amazing play, but it's also one of the worst to actually perform because of all the technical issues and just how difficult it must be just to do a single scene.
Is it Agatha Christie?
Agatha Christie, yeah.
Okay, that explains it because she writes books and she has probably no habit whatsoever to consider what happens on stage. It's like when people write movies and they expect to adapt movies to other things, and then they realize that it doesn't work the same way.
Yeah,
Or
like
when they try
or like when people try to get theater onto like the big screen and just don't. Like, they lose a lot. Like, that's why Cats the Musical 2019 wasn't nearly as good as, like, you know, the actual play.
but there are many other issues
Oh,
with
yeah.
the movie.
Like,
Because
Victoria, for
Burton-
starters.
yes, Burton's Sweeney Todd works fine.
Oh, yeah.
It is perfectly functional. You can have some issues with the choice of actors and the choice of characters, whatever, but the musical itself works absolutely fine. It's easier to turn a play
Did
into
it!
a movie than a movie into a play. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One play that I do like the movie of, like, I will say that the play's movie is good, even if they did have to cut certain things out. Into the Woods.
Oh, I have to watch that still.
You
I have to
really
watch
do.
that.
It's got a Meryl Streep playing the witch.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep is always good.
Meryl Streep
Yep.
is good.
I've yet to see one movie where she's not good.
Yeah.
Even she's actually in a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was
On Josephine.
yes. I got God's remains.
So the premise of a
Yeah.
series of unfortunate events is that the
Hold
boiler
on,
orphan.
Hold on, cutscenes. We're about to meet the second giant.
That's important.
Yes, it is
Yes.
important.
Who wants to voice them?
You want to voice him because you didn't get to voice the first one?
Sure. I will.
What exactly are all of you?
Technically, I shouldn't voice them because the voice you hear is title translating.
Yeah, but it's still fun.
All right. Guardians.
Guardians? So you're protective gods. That's why you're in the temples, but why are you protective gods? No, wait, are you listening? Hey, wait!
I said one word. Yay!
Yeah.
Guardians. There it is.
Oh no, global warming! I love Team 4-Star.
Spring.
Ah, goodness. My favorite gag from that was about the white Namekians.
Oh, the albino Namekians, yes. I love when it finally, like, the final payoff in the in the Return of Cooler, where it's like, yes, it's been such a long time since I've been home. Our beautiful fields, our wonderful oceans, our loving kinship with our albino brothers. Ooh, what's to tell them? Yay!
Another great one is like whenever Gohan gets the power up, they're like, "I am an adult."
I actually have. I actually have enough time to do the.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
you do. You should.
I just need a few more rupees. It takes 100.
Oof.
Doesn't it?
But wait, what are you gonna do exactly for 100 rupees?
Sword. I have enough time to do this sword. I can open up the.
Oh yeah.
Because it's dawn.
Because you need to turn into a razor and then gilded, right?
Yeah, and for the razor, it's just dawn of the next day is when it goes. But I just need 5.
You have more than enough time. You have more than enough time. Just
What?
You're
It's
more likely to get it if you go to the the chest underwater.
Oh, I don't have the Zora
Oh right, sorry.
or Magnesis. Don't worry.
Magnesis? No, you never have Magnesis.
I know.
You're better off going to Harrow Field and getting money there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Come on, just 3.
Oh, there's spots under the stairs. Or there,
Oh,
yeah.
what?
The grass.
Under the stairs. Yes. Oh. Oh wait, no.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's the grass behind the.
Yes.
It's the grass. Oh, there it is.
You were
I
right.
thought it was
20
pots.
rupees.
I
All
thought
right.
they were
Nice.
pots.
Well,
Okay.
it was. You were still right. There was rupees.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, my turn.
Whoa.
A customer.
Yeah, his nipples are full display now that spring.
Deborah, fetch our customer some coffee. Quick, like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. All right, to reforge your sword, it'll cost you 100 rupees. It'll be ready at sunrise. You'll have to let us hold onto your sword until then. Keep in mind that after you use your reforged sword 100 times, it will lose its edge and it'll be back to its original sharpness. So would you like to sword reforge for 100 rupees?
Hell yeah. Oh, sorry.
Thanks for dropping by. Come back tomorrow morning.
Woo! And now we're about to do... See, there's a reason why the Goron is the most fun. It's not that way. It's this way, right?
The most fun transformation, yeah.
Yeah. Which way? Yeah, it's this... No, that's the way out. So that means it's...
You should try to pay
this
first.
way.
Where's that?
Is this Goron City? No.
That's down.
Yeah.
It's the other one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna open up the Goron races, do the Goron race, and then I'm going to the Goron races are so fun. Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
I love the Goron races. They are so fun. Oh.
Yeah, you're better off. You have to go to Goron Village first, right?
Yeah. And then once I do that, I also need to go back to Snowhead to get the magic.
Yeah. Don't forget you don't have a sword.
I know.
My first instinct would have been to start slashing at the text. I like, oh no, wait.
Yeah. Oh wow, this guy's relentless. I've never had them chase me that far.
Yeah.
All right.
This is where you see that their houses are actually like these
Beautiful.
blue, yeah, very cool actually. This blue sort of stone
This is
common houses.
This is one of the things that James Rolfe was complaining about was the timer that it takes to do this, but it's actually
yeah.
very, very lenient.
It is. If you just if you don't lose your calm. I'm the Goron who sells powder kegs. Until I have tested them, you need to. Well, I cannot put them on sale until they're tested. So will you give it a try? If you can destroy the boulder that blocks the entrance to the Goron racetrack near here, using the powder keg I'm about to give you, then I'll approve you to carry them.
All
You'll be a
right.
card-carrying powder kegger.
Yep.
The powder keg means to take, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, as usual.
Yeah. It's just blow it up and says that.
Instructions.
Yeah, you can. It'll go out by the timer, but you can also use use a bow to set it off, which is something James Rolfe never did, or well, apparently never did, because they were complaining about waiting for the timer to go down when, you know, it went to dawn a new day. I have a lot of complaints.
They actually give you a
longer.
No, not what I mean. They give you a clue as to what you can do with arrows. Well, not literally, because if you find out that you can blow up Sakon with the bow, then you can certainly blow up a keg.
Yeah.
The same logic.
Yeah, we should kill Sakon. Oh no, it's too late to kill Sakon right now.
Yeah.
Oh well.
He's already gone away.
Yeah, see, I don't know why James Rolfe has so much trouble with this. You can easily just run past them. Oh god! I have Well,
I don't know why.
That's
probably so
I
easy.
swear that's never happened to me. That has never happened.
This is you've contracted the Aaron Hansen's disease, which is like watch this and then immediately fail.
No,
I don't know what's difficult.
I have a friend, Emily, who does that all the time, where as soon as she says that, you know, like, hey, all right, can't.
This is easy.
Yeah, she immediately messes up. Like, half of the clips in her stream clips are her being like, oh yeah, no, I'm good at this game, and then immediately failing. Like, at stuff that's, like, and she's legit about, like, it's not her being funny, it's actually legit. Like, she is, I like to think I'm the opposite, where I do awesome things completely by accident after talking about how much I suck at the game. But
you've had a little taste of the opposite.
Yeah, but yeah, no, there are times where I, come on, grab it.
That reminds me of, God, are any of you familiar with Dark Side Phil?
That name sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, I'm
familiar.
I'm aware of the creator, but I'm aware of their
So-
presence online, but not a. Don't really watch their videos.
Fair point. Good call. Darkside Phil is not very good at most games he plays,
Okay.
but there's the rare occasion, oftentimes on like parts that are very difficult, where he manages to do it first go, and it
And then
stumps
and then
people.
never manage to do it again if he has to.
I have no idea. I'm reminded of he played Ratchet and Clank, Going Commando, where there's an infamously difficult racetrack level, and he not only did it first go, he did the second part first go. And a lot of people who were like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna fail," watch him fail a million times, were understandably surprised
Did that hurt me?
he
That did.
did it first go.
There.
Alright.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let's go on race.
I want to
See,
watch the races. I want to watch the races.
Because
Wait.
we get the most. That would have been bad.
Yep.
We get one of the most important things in the entire game as a prize.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I bring this up as an example because famously, he spent over
I have a bad
4
habit of jumping the
hours
gun.
on one level in Sly
Wow.
Cooper because he couldn't make one jump
4 hours. That's
on
Ah.
one jump,
impressive, actually.
and it was one of the easy ones too. It wasn't like
All
some
around
famously
me are
difficult-
familiar faces. Goron races. Goron races.
bumping
Yep.
you off of the road.
But it
What
wasn't
did
like
I-
some infamously hard jump. It was like one that was super easy. It's like one of
And
the
then he
first
just
jumps in the
couldn't.
game.
And
You just couldn't
do
for like 4 hours.
The example I have of the opposite of what you said, like he got something super difficult like easily by accident, is also from the Grumps when they were playing Fall Guys. There's this part where there's a main path, but there's like a huge fan that spins very quickly, and everyone avoids that main path because even though it's faster, you're more likely to get
God damn.
kicked by the
It's
fan
one
and shoved
person's
to the
ahead of
side.
me. God damn it.
Everyone does the opposite ones. But he, on the first try, just casually jumped over the between the fan blades, halfway through a sentence unrelated to what was going on, and everyone was like,
No, no,
Aaron
no,
sucked
no,
at the
no,
game.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no. Ah,
God
so
damn it.
close. I ran out of
Right.
magic.
try again.
Oof.
He just jumped through the fan blades with absolutely not a care in the world, and everyone in the comments was losing it, going like, "How is it possible that this man who absolutely sucked at whatever else just jumps through the like super high speed fan blades with no issue whatsoever?"
Well, I mean,
And,
it's autopilot. Like, there are many times when I was playing Banjo-Kazooie where I would make a jump and I would just... Oh, god damn it, they stole my magic.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
I'd make a jump and I'd, like, land on the very... Or, like, I'd do a really cool thing without... And it would only be, like, a moment later where I'd be like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Oh, that was close.
sort of autopilot, automatic correction kind of thing, and you just go with it. Oh no.
God damn it.
Yep.
I lost this. Well, no, I haven't lost yet. I can still make it.
Aren't forgiving.
Come on. No,
I'm not sure
don't.
if you can still make it. You are in penulti. You're last place now.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even get that magic I punched. Yeah, no, I'm not making this one. Oh, hey, if I don't make last place, then I'll be happy. Get out of the way, you fuck! Get out of the way! No! Oh, I know why. I'm an idiot. I know what I need to do. I still need to go talk to the Great Fairy and get my magic upgrade, and then I'll be able to do this easy.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should do that now, actually.
Yeah, I'm
Do you have enough
I'm
time?
going to. Yeah, I have enough time.
Okay.
Yeah,
He has the entire. She has the entire second day.
And
the
third.
whole thing.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, because the guild is always permanent. I'm an idiot. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yes.
Let's see.
And it's just this sort of
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
sort of you were talking about autopilot, and yeah, it's true. Like sometimes you just get in the zone and you just
AutoZone.
play the whole thing. Yeah, just AutoZone. AutoZone repairs.
Get in the zone,
Uh,
AutoZone.
Yeah, you just get in the zone and you just do those things, and then later you're like, "Why can't I get this right?" And I'm like, "Because you're not focused, basically."
Oh yeah.
Oh, there he is,
Oh
our
yeah.
friend.
We just need to not tell him. Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
But Dormani, what the world have I been doing the whole time? I can't remember a thing since I went to look at Snowhead and figure out why spring wasn't coming. Why am I sitting in a place like this? Also, what's that scar on your stomach? I had a weird dream that there was an ant and I flicked it off into the world below.
Also, speaking of the world below, why is there a suspiciously similar corpse to you down there?
No, he was buried in the hot spring.
Oh yeah, he was buried.
Oh, God. Why can't they do this?
Wait, he was buried? They went to get him?
Yeah.
So, did they? Does no one know that Big Goron blew him away?
No, he was invisible.
They couldn't see him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You needed the lens of truth. It's great. I'm just walking.
Yeah, I've noticed you keep falling.
Yeah, no.
Someone's gonna piece it together. Someone's gonna piece it together, and Big Goron's gonna be court-martialed.
Oh no, yeah, but as soon as the Goron cops stand up to try and arrest him, their legs are gonna break. You remember that video? Oh, I'll
Oh.
get it. Ah, my legs! Oh,
Oh yeah.
by the way, this cave very easy to miss. Is
Okay.
so. Oh, I love that it's
Clearly.
drip dropping. The snowhead's
Yeah, because it's
melting.
spring.
Yeah, I never noticed
Because-
that snowhead melts like that.
Yep.
Okay, once I do this, it'll be a lot easier to win that race. Huzzah! Cheating! I can win the race. All I have to do is get the blessing of a fairy.
It's not cheating. It's personal enhancement.
Yeah, it's performance enhancing magic. You remember that quest in Skyward Sword?
Oh, thank you for returning me to normal. I'll enhance your magic power.
I love that your great fairy is a 6-year-old British woman.
It was that my second option was Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh boy. Your magic
I haven't
potion
seen that
enhanced.
movie in years.
You come
Yeah.
here to see me whenever you have some weariness. Don't be a stranger.
Down
Uh,
Don't be a
you
stranger.
like my green hair? There you go.
Yeah. I have a lot of songs in my head that I have to sift through before I figure out the right one.
That's my life as a composer.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. For a moment I forgot who I was talking to.
I was like, yeah, pretty much. I have pretty much songs in my head. Yeah, in my head, pretty much. That's
Oh wait, this is
actually I have them more on my fingers than in my head. No, it's the other way. It's what you were
What?
going right. You were
this way. No,
you
that's
were-
down.
No. It's the right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's where I was going, and then you were like, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
That's
thought
fine.
you were going down south. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at where I was.
because the stream on Discord is a little bit choppy sometimes, so
Oh.
I may have been reacting to something previous.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. But now I can win this race for sure. It's a lot easier now that I have, all this.
Yeah. Darn me.
Danny.
Damn it. So does that mean that because? Oh no, it's a great fairy. Never mind. I got confused for a second. I was gonna say that Baby Goron should have a little Timmy kind of voice, little Oliver Twist kind of voice.
You remember that the talk of performance enhancing magic made me remember. You remember that quest in Skyward Sword where you have to give the guy essentially steroids to help him work out? It's the stamina potions.
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, that was
I-
always so weird.
I never finished the game because the motion controls infuriated me, but I saw the whole playthrough. So is that in Skyloft?
Yeah, it's in Skyloft. Come
Oh, okay.
on. What is
Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
what is going on with that?
It's called centrifugal force.
I know, but it was
It's actually not real, but you know what I mean.
Wait, what, Scraps?
You're better off sticking to the very inner part of every turn. Like stay close to the wall as much as you can on the right.
I'm not gonna make this one.
Because you do the shortest possible distance.
Actually, I might win this.
Yeah.
I might win
Stay
this.
close to the right. Stay close to the right. Don't hit the
trying.
wall, and you might.
Come on.
Oh no!
Yes! No!
No!
Wait, did
By
I?
a split second.
I might have done
think
it.
That was a photo finish. No, I don't think you did.
Yeah, damn it. Oh well. One more try.
Yep.
Once we get the gilded sword, that's when I'll call it a night.
All right.
And then next week we're gonna take on the. We're probably next week. My plan is to take on the pirate fortress and get every mask I can.
Gorons. No, not Gorons. No.
The Garo.
Stone mask?
Oh yeah, the stone mask easy. I'm also gonna get the. I can get every mask except for the Garo and Giant's mask, or not Jaro. The Gibdo mask and the. I can get every mask except for Gibdo, and oh, I'm not gonna win this one. Giants, Gibdo and Giants are the only ones I won't be able to get next stream.
You can get the couples mask already?
No, I can't because I won't have the ice arrows. No, wait, I will because I don't need the ice arrows to get to. I just need the Garo mask and the hook shot.
The Garo mask. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he opens up the. He plants the tree.
Yeah. Well, whatever he does to that tree, that's not planting, but sure.
He summons the tree.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he does. I'm like,
all right, it looks like the time I need to beat is around 1:15.
Yeah.
Come on. I don't know why I'm having so much. I've never had this much trouble. It's because I'm streaming. Normally, I'm really good at this.
Yeah, let's say that. What I'm saying is that you absolutely have to keep to the inner curve of the turn, and you'll always win.
I would have won if I didn't have that. If it didn't like make me go all weird. Oh god damn it!
Also, yeah, you hit them. It's not obvious. Oh boy.
Okay, that was terrible.
You can
come on. I know I can do it. Oh god damn it! That was rude. I'm choking. Okay. Alright. Still do it. Alright. I just gotta get this. Oh, that was actually really close. Okay. Oh, that was close. I almost hit the post.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Not today. Stick to the center. Stick to the center. Stick to the center. Oh, you did it. You pushed me off. Oh my god. They made me... Gah!
Yep. That was too fast.
I can still do it. I can still do it. I can...
No way.
I didn't see that one that was further up ahead. I thought it was just me neck and neck. At least I don't have to pay rupees for this.
Yeah. It's always fun to watch. It's always exciting. That's why I also like Goron rolling is definitely the funnest thing to do in Majoras Mask.
Oh, absolutely. Come on. Nope. Oh god, the sun! Sun was in my eyes. That's a really cool detail. Like,
well, it is when it makes sense. The sun was actually behind the mountain. The game does not care about that.
It was peeking over the mountain.
I'm not sure.
Well, we just entered dawn of the second day. Oh,
Yeah,
god
the
damn
sun
it.
is, oh god, the sun is much lower in the horizon. I'm pretty sure that's not. Because I noticed that it happens in Majora's Mask. You can be looking at the, you can have the sun's reflections in front of you, even if it's behind sun.
Hmm.
Very annoying.
Dude, stop pushing me around! I think
Stick
I
to the
could.
right,
I
stick to
can
the
do.
right, and you can
Yes,
do it. Yeah, you can do it. Stick to the
I
right.
can do it. I 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 can do it. Yes. Yes. No. No.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
oh
Woo!
yes! There you go. There
Woo!
you go.
Oh, that was
Beautiful.
so intense. Oh, that's why Goron Racing is so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, even with the magic upgrade, it was hard as balls.
Yep.
And I got the gold dust, and more importantly, a bottle.
This is from Daddy. It's the price. It's actually Daddy himself cremated. We become gold.
Yes, we found him frozen in the spring, and then the lake melted.
Yeah. And we just,
Yeah,
we just sifted him out of the lake like gold prospectors.
yeah. We
And
have
then we
this
just,
pan that we got a gimp to make. They can do that now that their forge was unfrozen.
yeah.
Daddy never wanted me to go in there because he said that I shouldn't go there till I'm older, but now he's dead.
It's conspiracy theory or deep lore theory. Majora's the Master Sword is Fee, but the Gilded Sword is the Goron Elder. I kept you waiting, but it's done. See?
I got the useless sword. I love the design. I just wish it wasn't so useless.
Yeah,
Because it looks cool, but it's so goddamn useless.
it is. Now keep in mind that after you use it 100 times, the blade will lose its edge and will return to the original sharpness. Now here's a secret. If you bring me gold dust before the sword loses its edge, I'll be able to make it the strongest sword around. You got that? Gold dust!
Woo! Woo!
Ah, customer! Oh, it froze for me. Give me a second. Come over, fetch our customer some coffee, quick like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Ah. Well, that's a mean joke. Your sword was already being reforged into a razor sword. Unless you're going to make you a sword stronger? With my nipples? To do that, you need to give me gold dust.
Yeah, I'll make it as sharp as my nipples during the winter days. That's how we sharpen them.
Yes, with my nipples. If it isn't gold dust, then it's even top quality.
It's made out of a golden helder. I can tell.
Yes, even if I need to reforge your sword, there'll be still some left.
I'll take that as a payment.
Yeah, I'll do it for free. Don't tell anyone. Thanks for dropping in. Now then, I'm straight off to work. Come back tomorrow.
He's gonna sell it to the Poe collector. Hey, here's some cursed gold.
Yeah. You've heard of Poe souls, but now here is Goron dust.
Oh god, Scraps is gonna have a nightmare if he tries to hunt the Poes in Twilight Princess.
Oh, yeah,
So I learned something about that. The Poe that's in Kakariko, the old Kakariko village, the hidden village, that doesn't show up until you get the horse flute. Like the lantern will not glow.
Oh.
And so that was the one. So I was trying to beat the game without finishing the quest to get the horse flute because honestly it's really useless at that point. But also because, you know, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but the thing that causes you to get the horse flute, it's I personally kind of find it a little funny if you beat the game without finishing that quest.
Yeah. I kept you waiting, but it's done, see?
I got the gilded sword. This is a beautiful sword.
It is.
Yeah.
It's also comically long compared to Link himself, so it's always a bit weird.
Oh, yeah.
There it is! We can't make a sword stronger than that. No matter how many times you use it, it will never lose edge. Try it. Oh, I used up most of the gold dust. This tiny bit was left, so I got rid of it for you. You're not stealing or anything.
But you can have the bottle. And I'm sure you'll find more use for it.
Yeah.
Bottles are actually more useful than gold. here in this economy. That's why there's like 7 of them.
It's a lot of bottles. 6, I think.
Really? Let's see. There's the one under Ikana. There's the one you get from Koyume or Kotake. There's the one that you get from the Goron races. There's the one you get from the Beaver. There's the one you get from Romani Ranch, and there's the one you get from Madame Aroma.
Yeah, that's it.
Really? I thought there was another.
I think it's 6. Well, I can
I-
count that easily. Show me the pause screen.
What? Oh.
Show me the pause screen. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's only room for 6 bottles.
Oh, yeah. In the 3DS version, there is a 7th, and you get it from helping Gorman with his sick stomach. They add a new
Oh.
quest.
I
But
remember that.
is Scrap still here?
I just got back. Yeah.
Oh, hey, we just got the Gilded Sword, so we're going back in
Nice.
time. We beat the Goron race. You missed it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume there were fireworks. You did like back.
Oh, yeah, the Goron Elder died, and we ground him into gold.
Really?
That's the joke we came up with because the baby's like, "Here, this is a present from Daddy,"
Yeah.
and it's like a bottle of gold dust. And I was like, "Well, we cremated him. You know, when he died, we just ground him into gold." And there you go.
Yeah. And then the nipple guy sold it to the Poe collector.
The quickest way to the ocean is through the West Gate.
All right. Well, to get to the West Gate, we will do that next time. Yeah, our plan of action. Let me check to see. Our plan of action to next week is to get most of the masks. Our plan is to get the final transformation mask, the stone mask, the Garo mask, the milk bar, or the Romani mask. Let's see. We can get the Lover's Mask. Did I say Garo?
I'm pretty sure, and I'm not sure actually. I'm assuming you must have said because Garo gives you Romani. Right? No,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. No, Garo gives you Lover. And the Captain's Hat. We can get the Captain's Hat.
The Garo's mask again?
Race. Horse race.
Oh, yes. There you go. Got it.
Oh, we can get the Circus Leader mask once we get the Romani mask. And the... see, that's 7 masks. I know there's more. Let's see, how many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, yeah, that's right. 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 7 is 19.
You are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let me
9,
just
10,
check to
9.
see what the masks are.
Yes, the all-night mask. Can you get
Oh,
it?
yes, because the Great Bay House, the Great Bay Spider House is what I need to get that, which I can do.
Why?
Well, because that's where you get the final wallet upgrade.
Oh yeah, you can only buy. Yeah, you have to buy it. That's it.
Yeah.
So the stone mask you get in Ikana as well.
Yeah. So let's go by region. So region, the Romani Ranch will be able to get the Romani mask, the Garo mask, and we'll be able to get the Circus Leader hat through that.
In Clocktown, yes.
Yeah, in the Great Bay, we'll be able to get the Zora mask, the all-night mask through the Spider House, and I think really there's only 2 masks in the Great Bay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it.
And then Ikana will be able to get the Stone Mask, the Skullkita Mask, and the Lover's Mask.
Gibdo mask.
No, we won't be able to get the Gibdo Mask until we have ice arrows.
Why? Oh, because you're right.
Yeah. So that is 8 masks right there.
And the Mask of Truth.
Yes, the Mask of Truth, because I haven't gotten that yet. So
the Mask of Lies.
Yeah, so we'll be able to get 9 masks next time. which is the maximum we can get next time. And that'll put us at 21 masks.
But the Mask of Truth, you said you wanted to do the swamp house once you get the hook shot, right?
Yeah, I could do that after the pirates. After I do the pirate thing.
Got it.
So.
That's also why, incidentally, why they moved the stone. Well, they moved the stone mask to the Pirate's Fortress for another reason, but also it adds another mask to the Great Bay.
Yeah, I can respect that, and also it forces you to actually take part in the first half and a bit of the second half, and we'll also be able to get all of the bottles next time.
Yep.
We'll be able to get the remaining 4 bottles. The remaining 4 bottles are held by the Beavers, Madame Aroma in the milk bar. One is being held by Romani, and the 4th one is in the Akana graveyard on the final day. So yeah, we'll be able to. So yeah, looks like next session is going to be pretty busy, and we're probably going to end it at the ready to go to the dungeon. We're probably not. Yeah, we're probably not going to beat the. We're probably not going to get in the dungeon next session, but we will get a lot of stuff done.
I'm. It's a lot of things. I'm not entirely sure if we can do them all. But,
we can do them all. I have done the maximum happiness challenge.
Oh, okay. Well then, by all means.
Like the one that includes getting all the stray fairies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Scraps, the maximum happiness challenge is doing pretty much all the side quests within a 3-day cycle. Within a single 3-day cycle. It is very difficult. Took many tries, but it was really difficult, but I managed to do it on the 3DS version. And I'd argue that's harder because the changes they made to Georg and and Twin Mold, which are 2 of the bosses, the 2 bosses we still need to fight, made them harder. Harder for not good reasons, in my opinion. But yeah, so sounds like a plan. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for watching who's watching on YouTube. Make sure you check out some of my other videos, like my D&D game. We just my friend Chalkfee started a D&D game, which is also being posted on my channel. And also, Scraps and I finished the Animaniacs Hunt for the Edgars, and Scraps is going to be starting Twilight Princess, as we've mentioned. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you comment, and make sure you like and subscribe. And also check out M Bulteau's channel. He makes amazing music. You should definitely give it a listen. Link in the description.
Thank you.
And thank you, M Bulteau, for joining us again.
No problem. I might be around for the next one. I have to confirm, so we'll see.
Okay.
It was fun.
All right. Well, that's good.
Good having you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's a wrap. Good night, everybody.
Good night.